It's a geometrical, extremely abstract representation of what its name argues, a bundle of lines and curves which would make the appreciator of the work absolutely clueless of what its theme is if it had no name. And yet it incredibly shows the moving structure of a human being, which hints a descending movement due to its lethally sophisticated composition of its linear and non-linear elements. And by doing so, it shows us the essence of a human body, the essence of a staircase, and the essence of the human motion which is executed on it. In other words, it visualizes the invisible idea of the objects, their relationship, and motion.
Well, you mentioned two examples, so tell us more about the other one then.
Okay, now that one would be perhaps the most famous work of Duchamp, the one named The Fountain, and it is indeed one of the all-time most controversial works in the entire history of fine art on the planet. The ready-made urinal with the pseudonym R. Mutt written on it, although I wonder whether R. Mutt is actually a pseudonym, whether it could mean something else. For example, an avant-garde question on what the name of an artist means in art and what does physically having it on the artwork means. But anyways, instead of providing our listeners with information with respect to The Fountain, which they can so easily find on the internet, let me spend the precious last minutes of the segment with one thing about this landmark piece, which is perhaps a bit less Googleable, so to speak, and which I believe anyone can relate to. A major topic of discussion regarding this piece is the significance of context in art, or to be more specific, the given context where the piece is embedded in. And what I mean by this is, in the case of The Fountain, after it was, well, according to Duchamp's own selection of vocabulary, quote-unquote, suppressed by the Society of Independent Artists, the work raised several questions on the very nature of art, including what does the suppression of the art imply in terms of its context? Can it mean
on time. And don't forget to follow our Twitter page at KBS Korea 24 to get the latest updates on our show every day.
We got Morning Edition preview. As always, the staff editor at KBS's English service, Arius Dare, here in the studio. Arius, hello to you.
Hey, Henry. We talk a lot about Korea's low birth rates on the show. Kim Daso in the Korea Herald actually has an interesting story about, in the midst of less babies, you actually have an expanding market size for baby care, toys, and services. The article notes just several years ago, baby stuff would occupy a small section, kind of back in the corner at your typical department store. But now there are several cases where entire floors, thousands of square meters, are dedicated just to baby clothes, toys, education products, and more. In addition, several places are expanding kids cafes and family zones to attract parents with young children. I went to one particular big box store recently, and it had this whole playroom. You could check out toys, play with them, even take them home if you wanted to, jump on trampolines, a ball pit. It just had everything. I was disappointed it was only for kids.
So what kind of numbers back all these claims up?
Yeah, so Kim writes that in 2009, the baby care market was valued at 1.2 trillion won, or about 1.06 billion US dollars. This value doubled by 2015, and the average amount spent on newborns increased from 2.7 million won to 5.48 million won in the same time frame. This despite the fact that Korea's birth rate dropped during that same time period and continues to fall. The article notes that South Korea's fertility rate last year was just 0.95, among the lowest in the world and certainly a record low for Korea.
So that seems counterintuitive. You wouldn't think the market would be expanding. What's going on?
Yeah, so Kim offers several explanations for the rise in baby products and services. First is the rising income, right? So the Bank of Korea, Korea's central bank, estimates that South Korea's per capita income surpassed $31,000 last year. This is up from $20,000 in just 2006. Kim also notes that the average age for marriages is 30 and just under 33 for women and men, respectively. This is up from 24.8 for women and 27.8 for men in 1990. A lot of numbers there, but it also goes into the idea that only children are becoming much more common. You want to spoil him or her. More women are working than ever, which means you have dual incomes. And finally, air quality is driving families indoors, hence the rise in kids cafes. So you add all these things up, and actually a rising baby care market in Korea starts to make a lot of sense.
All right, very interesting. What is the next story you have for us?
Well, anyone who's been